From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good Monday morning to you. I'm student meteorologist Tyler Hughes with your Campus Weather Service forecast for this morning. And let's start by taking a live look over Beaver Stadium at this hour. Notice it's certainly brighter than it was this time last week. We did a fall back over the weekend, get your extra hour of sleep Sunday morning, but it means things are a little bit brighter out there this early in the morning. 57 degrees out the door this morning, and that's certainly above average for this time of year. As a matter of fact, we tied the high temperature record for the day yesterday here at Walker Building. That's 75 degrees. The last time we hit that was November 6th of 2015. Warm temperatures are going to continue through the end of the week, certainly, but we're not going to break another record today. Our record is 76 for today here in State College, and we're only going to get up into the mid-60s today. The other big weather headline out there is subtropical storm Nicole forming off the coast of the Bahamas, and we'll take a look at that a little bit later on in the forecast. Radar satellite is mostly clear out there right now. We had a few showers that made their way through the eastern part of the Commonwealth last night, but those have moved out and we're looking entirely dry out there right now. Temperatures is a different story. Mid-60s in the eastern part of the state, but we're in the 40s, the high 40s and low 50s in the western part of the state, and that's because of a cold front that's actually setting itself up right around State College at this hour. When we zoom out here, you can really see the gradient of that cold front. There it is, with low pressure centered right over the Pennsylvania region. Behind it is this big blue H here, this high pressure, and that big blue H means mild weather over the next few days as well. Cold front's already doing some work over Pennsylvania as well. 9 degrees cooler than it was 24 hours ago here in State College, and 17 degrees cooler places like Franklin and Pittsburgh at this hour as well. So certainly this is why we probably won't be hitting some records in terms of temperatures today. In the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, notice we're cooling things down dramatically at the end of the week. So enjoy the above average temperatures while they're here this week, because at the end of that period, the entire U.S. will be under below average conditions, and we'll be hitting the 40s and even 30s for highs in the middle of next week as well. In terms of the futurecast, notice we got absolutely nothing to speak of. Aside from a few clouds around, it's going to be mostly clear when we step through to tomorrow as well. Another gorgeous blue sky day here in State College. The story's the same for Wednesday, too. I don't need to show you the futurecast. I'll show you the upper air heights so you believe me, though. Notice as we step through to Wednesday, things stay the same. We have a nice ridge in the region that's going to be keeping things comfortable and dry. That's not the story for Friday, though. Friday afternoon, this trough starts to make its way through, and that may lead to some unsettled weather for your Friday afternoon as well. All right, take a look at the satellite off the coast of the Bahamas right now. This is subtropical storm Nicole forming just off the coast there. We did have a National Hurricane Center advisory, or an intermediate advisory, that came out just at 7 o'clock this morning. They're keeping it subtropical at this hour with winds of 45 miles per hour, but you can see they expect the storm to strengthen into tropical storm conditions by tomorrow morning. I've put the spaghetti models here under the cone so you can see there's generally quite a bit of model agreement as the storm makes a path toward Florida for later this week. So the National Hurricane Center says, hey, tropical storm impacts for Florida starting Thursday morning and heading into Friday as well. So that's something to keep in mind. If you know anyone or you're from that area, tell people there to start making tropical storm preparations for later on this week. As a matter of fact, tropical storm watches are already up for the Bahamas at this hour, and we expect them to be issued for the east coast of Florida later on today as well. So that's something to keep in mind. The tropics can be active in November. It's certainly not out of the question. As a matter of fact, hurricane season goes until November 30th, and the National Hurricane Center is consistently monitoring the tropical Atlantic until that time. However, since 1851, we've only had 3 November hurricane landfalls. That only goes for hurricanes, not tropical storms. The most recent of those was Kate in 1985. So although the Hurricane Center isn't currently expecting Nicole to strengthen into a hurricane, if it did, that would be the 4th November hurricane landfall. All right, let's take things back to State College, though. A high of 65 here today, mostly sunny skies and above average temperatures. Get outside and enjoy it if you can. Blue sky day. Tonight, we remain clear with a low of 36. And then as we step through to tomorrow, blue skies remain. We cool things down just a little bit, though, with a high of 54. And when we take a look at the 7-day forecast, We're staying beautiful until the end of the week. Veterans Day, Friday, we see a chance of showers move in. In fact, let's take a look a little bit closer at that as we step through. Notice in the morning some clouds begin to move in. Then the rain showers start to move through in the early afternoon hours. Notice we start light. Then things start to get a little bit heavier in terms of rainfall. 5 p.m., that rain is starting to set up in the State College area, and it continues into the evening. Now, looks like widespread rainfall arrives around 8 p.m. or so. The good news is I'm expecting it to clear out by game time on Saturday, Penn State football against Maryland at Beaver Stadium. However, that'll be something to keep a close eye on, especially when you're heading out to the tailgates in the morning, whether we have some rain showers that stick around. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm student meteorologist Tyler Hughes. Have a great rest of your Monday.